my channel. So we are in my beauty room today and we are going to be doing a drugstore haul. I have quite a few things here to share with you guys today, but we're going to go over them as quickly as I possibly can. I'm not going to get too in-depth into the colors. This is not a review. This is just a haul. I'm just going to show you what I've purchased just so you guys can know what to expect to see in my upcoming tutorials. So let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to go over are the blushes that I got. I picked up 6 blushes from the drugstore, 3 from Milani and 3 from NYX. You will see though that I went completely NYX crazy in this haul. It's because my CVS just started carrying NYX. They didn't before for as long as I could remember, and then I just saw the new display, so I went a little crazy there. So the first blush that I got from NYX is called Intuition, and it is this gorgeous kind of deep mauvey rose shade. It's very cool toned. It looks a little more pink as I'm showing you here. I feel like it looks a little more kind of like baby doll pink, but it's very cool in tone in real life. That is Intuition. It has a very it has a nice sheen to it, so it's not completely matte, and I love it. The next shade is probably my favorite one that I purchased, and this is Soft Spoken, and this is a very sheer blush. It's almost undetectable. It's very soft coral peach shade with very nice light, almost a yellow undertone to it, so it's not super pink and it's not super red, but it's more kind of flesh toned. That actually matches my palm a little bit, and when I wear this you can't really even see it on my skin. I can't even really see it on my skin when I'm wearing it. It kind of just fades in, but I really like using it because it's just a soft wash of color that's not too overly pigmented. So as you can see, there it is. It's very sheer, it's not too bright, and it's just perfect. The next shade that I picked up is called Amber, and this one is more of your kind of, I don't know, this is more of a just true rose shade. It's kind of in between. It has a gray undertone pink, and it's very pigmented. It's kind of similar to the other one, Intuition, but it's a little bit more sheer, and it's a little less warm. Alright, now I'm going to start off with the Milani blushes, and this one that I picked, the first one that I picked up was called Berry Amore, and it looks like this. So it is a baked blush that has gold marbleized veining running through it with little gold flecks, and then some darker purple and lighter tones in there as well. And this has a very luminous, sheer finish to it, so it's very similar to the Hourglass blushes in the way that it's not matte, it's very luminous. And this one's very pigmented, so that is what it looks like. As you can see, it has a nice sheen to it, which is very flattering on the skin, and it's very warm in tone. It's more of a terracotta red. The second shade from Milani is called Coralina. I adore this shade. It's like a kind of berry strawberry shade with gold and peach inside of it. It's just stunning. And then when you mix it all together, that is what it looks like. Again, very pigmented. It gives off kind of a rose gold finish and is also very luminous just like the others, and I love it. It's very pigmented, so you should use it in a sheer amount. The last blush from Milani is one that I actually picked up a while ago, but I didn't really talk about it, and this is Luminoso. This is a favorite by many. It's just a very warm toned orange blush that has a very luminous finish, and it very nicely flatters a lot of skin tones. On darker skin tones it might be a little too light, but on most other skin tones it's very gorgeous, and on me it's a very light wash of color, and I love it. Alright, next I'm going to go on to the eyeshadows. I picked up a lot of new eyeshadows. NYX came out with a new line of eyeshadows called the Prismatic shadows. They're in the silver top casing, just like this, and oh my god, they're so pigmented. So this is the first one. Look at it. This is called Liquid Gold. Something happened to this one. It swatched a lot better when I first picked it up. I think I got it wet. This shade is just beautiful. So this is Liquid Gold. Do you see that? One one swatch, one swipe. It's insane. The next shade is called Golden Peach. It looks like this. It's like a rose gold, coppery pink. Do you see that? Like, the pigmentation is out of this world. So bright, it's so vibrant. And that color is really pretty too. The next shade is called Jaded, and it's this very pretty kind of duochrome green. It looks like a little bit of a blue undertone to it. And they're very buttery, very smooth. As long as you don't really get oils or like anything wet, they stay very smooth. I did get the other two kind of messed up. I have more space here, so this is Jaded. Like, do you see how that goes on? I mean, it's just incredible. Look how good that is. I mean, they're ridiculous. Sorry I didn't zoom in earlier. This is much better now. The next shade is this one right here, which is this beautiful, beautiful blue. And it is called Blue Jeans, which I love that name. Just swatch it. As you can see, amazing color payoff again. Look at that. Crazy, right? They are literally insane. And when you foil them, it like, it's crazy. The next shade is one of my favorites as well. This is called Mermaid, and this is a duochrome seafoam green turquoise with a white kind of frosted finish, and it's absolutely stunning. So let me swatch that one for you. So as you can see, this one's so pretty, and when you kind of turn it in different lights, it becomes blue, then it's green. It's so pretty, and I love that it's called Mermaid because it really is very mythical and kind of out there, and I love it. This next shade is called Fireball, and as you can see, it is a very, very vibrant red metallic copper shade with a little bit of orange undertone to it. It's very rusty. Let's swatch that for you. So very high color payoff as well. So as you can see, just like all the other colors, very intense, very, very intense. Very pretty. It's kind of duochrome depending on the side that you look at it at. Ugh, love it. The next shade is called Bedroom Eyes, and this is a very, very pretty kind of warm brown shade. Very buttery as well. And this one's one of my favorites. That is stunning. It's a dark, like maroon brown chocolate shade, and it's gorgeous. And lastly is this shade right here. This is the shade Punk Heart, and it is a gorgeous purple with black base, and it is simply amazing. Look at that. It's so pretty. It looks black from certain angles, and then when it catches the light just right, it is simply gorgeous. I love it. I've said simply so many fucking times. Alright, the next things that I have to show you guys are some of the L'Oreal Color Riche shadows. And these I was actually pretty disappointed in. I don't really like them. And I actually, unfortunately, took all of the stickers off of them, so I don't know any of the color names, but I will try to link them down below if I can. I don't know, the texture is just weird. I mean, they definitely have good color payoff, but they're just weird. I don't know. I tried layering these on top of other shadows and they don't really work, especially on top of each other. They just don't want to do it. I mean, this is gorgeous. That color is pretty, but I don't know. They're very, very strange in texture. They really can only be worn as just like by themselves. You can't put them on top of anything. So you really, if you want to use these, you need to leave part of your lid open to use them. This next shade is like a gold coppery shade. This one I actually do like. It's pretty, but again, it doesn't layer well on top of other shadows. It really can just go on nicely on top of itself. And the weird thing is, these shadows are kind of wet, so you do have to like work them into your skin to get the pigment payoff. And again, pretty color, but they don't, like, let me show you. Like, do you see? I don't know, it's very, It's very odd. They don't want to combine. Then this next shade is like a khaki beige. It's very cool toned. It's matte. It doesn't have shimmer to it. And this one is kind of weird. It's like a cream. I mean, they're all like creamy and putty. It's very odd. The texture is very, very strange on them. And this one's nice, but again, it's creamy. They're kind of wet, so you can't really blend it into something, but if you use it by itself, it's fine. So these I'm not a huge fan of. I don't really recommend them, but anyway, that's what that color looks like. Then lastly is this one right here. This one is actually really pretty. The shade is simply gorgeous, and I really think it's pretty, and using it on its own is totally worth it because this shade is killer. Look at that. It's awesome. So I really like that it has kind of a golden tone to it a little bit. Has a gold flecks in it, which is really cool. Okay, then from NYX I picked up quite a few liquid lipsticks. The ones that I picked up were these three right here from the Lip Lingerie line, and I picked up the shade 12, number 1, and number 4. So this is number 1. This is number 12. And number 4. So these do dry down matte. They're definitely not as pigmented as like ColourPop or Anastasia, but they are also not nearly as drying, so I don't mind having to spend a few extra minutes to apply a couple more layers because they don't dry out my lips. And they're really pretty colors too. Then from the Liquid Velvet collection, they have the lingerie and then these. These are more like creamy and they're not as drying as even the lingeries, so that's even better. So this shade I love. It's so fun. It's just this stupid ass bright purple and it's so fun. I love it. Look at that. Awesome color. Really love it. I'm going to keep playing with it and come out with a look for it. And then this shade, I was a stupid dumbass and bought the exact same one because they looked completely different to me. I don't know why, but I'm glad that I have two because I'm totally going to use up one and keep the other because this shade is incredible. And this is number 4. In this collection. Sorry, and then this was number 6 in the purple collection, in the cream collection. Anyway, so this is number 4, and I love this color. It's so pretty. It's very Kylie Jenner. It's like a maroon mauve wine shade, and it's, ugh, stunning. Lastly, I picked up number 12, which is this very dark, vampy shade, and it looks like this. Yes! Look at that. It's like a Merlot Pinot Noir. Like, get that wine and steak. Don't eat steak anymore. I went vegan. But look at this. I am obsessed. These were all of the NYX liquid lipsticks that I purchased, and I am dying over them. Then I went a little lipstick crazy at Milani because I've never tried their lipsticks and I wanted to. So I picked up some regular natural finishes and then some mattes. Alright, so the first shade is called Fearless. It's one of the matte shades, number 70. And it looks like this. It's like a nice dark purple. I'm so bad at doing live swatches. But it's this gorgeous matte, like berry shade, very pretty. And as with most Milani products, for the lips they smell like delicious vanilla. Next shade is called Matte Love. It is number 73. And this is more of a warm toned purple berry shade. Has a little bit more red undertone to it. And it's just a little bit lighter in pigmentation. It's not as even. I find that it's a little bit patchier. Next is Matte Confident, which is a matte red. And it's a cool toned red. More of a blue undertone as opposed to a warmer orange undertone. Very cool tone red. And the next two shades that I got are not matte. They are more of a sheer natural finish. And as you can see, it has a little bit of a sheen to it. And this is the shade Pretty Natural. This next shade is called Femme Rose. And it looks like that. It's a very cool toned, gray undertoned pink rose shade. The next thing that I purchased when I was at my local CVS was the new L'Oreal Magic Lumi highlighter. It is this very, very cool prism shaped highlighter with 4 different shades in it. And that is what they all look like individually. Variation of colors in the warmer champagne tone family. And then when you swirl them all together, this is the effect. So it's really pretty. It's very, very sheer. It's nice and bronzed, but at the same time it has a little bit of a depth to it. It's actually really cool and I love this highlight. Then I saw this bad boy from Wet n Wild. It is a glitter eyeshadow and it's in a sticky base. And it was like $1 or something stupid, and it's so cool. So it has a very sticky gel texture. You just pick up the product, looks like that, and it's kind of like a wet top coat. Look at that sparkle. Like, how stupid fucking pretty is that? It's just amazing. So pretty. And lastly, the final 2 products that I have to do a haul on are from Kiko. And these I did actually not purchase. A friend of mine, Suzanne, you guys know Susan, she is the one who got these for me because I love her and she loves me. So this is a gorgeous, gorgeous gold shade called 102. Kiko shadows are numbered, and it looks like that. It's really pigmented, very pretty. Then the next shade is 132. It's this more mocha brown, red undertoned kind of maroon Java shade. And this one is not as pigmented as the other one. It's much stiffer. But that being said, it's more, it's definitely better for a more smoky look. And if I wet it, I can use it as a liner, which is nice. But if you do pick up enough pigment, it's actually very pretty. It's it's a lot lighter than in the actual pan itself. And it's just a very interesting shade. So both are really pretty. And then lastly, I just picked up some more of the Maybelline Master Fix by Face Studio Setting Spray, and that's about it. So there was a lot of products here, guys. A lot of them were lip and eye products, but that's kind of what I like to use most. I don't buy face products that often. Yeah, I really, really love these. I'm going to be playing with them and doing looks with these products in the future, so stay tuned for that. I will see you guys in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see these products in action in upcoming videos, and I will catch you in my next one. Until then, bye.